So, long story short, humanity's biggest fear is that we are not fulfilling our life's purpose. What is our life's purpose? Why are we here to experience joy, fortune, pain, disease, loneliness, happiness? So is it God's plan? Is it our parents' plan? What is the plan that your heart and your essence has for you? And are you executing on that every day? So the months pass and the years pass, and we have that feeling all the way in there inside of our gut, in that I'm not sure I'm really doing what I need to be doing in this life. And in reality, what is that? I'm not even sure I know what that is. Well, today I'm going to share with you some things to think about and some quick tools that will move you from a feeling of being stuck to having more clarity. Welcome. My name is Juliana, and I'm a human capital expert and a career manager and strategist. So humanity's biggest fear is, am I living my life's purpose? We get so caught up in the race of going to work, meeting our soulmate, maintaining the relationship with the soulmate, paying bills. Is the grass greener? Am I making the right decisions? Am I wasting time? Am I wasting valuable time doing things that are not getting me closer to my goal? That feeling of anxiety, that stress that we create within us is our biggest fear. The problem with that is that the majority of us, the majority of humanity, we don't really stop to think about what will fulfill our heart's desire. What is it that we can do to serve others, to improve our situation as a whole? So we just keep going and we just keep going, and you sweep it under the rug and you don't think about it, and you don't take the time that it needs and that it deserves to really put some parameters around what that means. So we hear out there about goal setting goals, making sure that the goals are specific and that the goals are attainable. So then what do we do? Because we're so overwhelmed and we have this fear that we are just missing the mark by a long shot, that we set these goals that are easier to achieve. I'm going to lose 5 pounds. I'm going to save money before Christmas. I am going to make right with that family member. I am going to go on a date by the end of the year. Like, you set these small goals that you know you can achieve, but you've never really stopped to think about the big, wild, huge goal, which is life's purpose. And that creates all sorts of anxiety, and we naturally start to blame others. It's the job, it's where I live, it's the economy, it's the president. When in reality, if we had really aligned ourselves with what that even looks like, we would have a shot at actually achieving that goal. So then I'm going to share with you what is the second biggest fear of humanity. So the first fear is that I'm just out there working and I'm exhausted and I'm overwhelmed and I am missing the mark as to what I'm supposed to be doing here in this lifetime. The second fear is not being loved and not being accepted. Not being loved and not being accepted because I'm not fulfilling my purpose. That secret fear of my parents are not going to be accepting of me because I'm a loser, because I am doing XYZ with my life when I should be doing ABC. That fear that my kids are not going to approve of me and look up to me. The fear that perhaps I'm not going to magnetize and maintain a relationship with the love of my life because I don't really even know what I want, and I'm not even sure I know what I want. So I just keep going and I just keep going. And that is humanity's biggest fear. Now, if you're not a human, please raise your hand because I really want to meet you. But if you are a human, chances are you have gone through this and you have had these feelings. And it's so overwhelming because it's such a big thing. It's a huge thing. It's your entire life's purpose. That what do? We just don't think about it. And the more you don't think about it, the more it grows. And the longer time passes. And then there's that day that you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, wow, I really wished I was further in life than I am right now. I remember when I was 12, I used to think that being 30 and being 40 was so old and that I was going to have everything figured out by then. And then you reach that age and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I still don't have it figured out. But when am I going to have it figured out? So when you ask the majority of people, what do you really want? Most people will say, well, I want to be rich. I want to be financially free. I want to have enough money so that I don't have to worry about anything. And then if you ask the people who already achieved that goal, what do you want? They'll tell you, well, I just want more time. I need more time. I don't have time. So the exercise that I'm going to have you do here today, for most people who haven't done it before, you're going to find this exercise to be a little annoying and a little irritating. And what's amazing about that is that the fact that you're irritated and you're annoyed means that you are exactly on the right path of breaking through this feeling of not knowing where you're going and what you really want and what your life's purpose is. So the exercise is to ask yourself the question 7 times, why? Example, what do you want? I want to be rich. Why? Because I want to be financially free. Why do you want to be financially free? I want to be financially free so that I don't have to worry. Great. Okay, why don't you want to have to worry? Because if I don't worry, I can focus on my business and I can focus on solutions and I'm not focused on the problems. Great. Why is it important to you to only focus on solutions? Because if I'm focused on solutions, I can grow my business and therefore I will be financially free. And that's really what I want. Why do you want to grow your business? Well, I want to grow my business because by having that financial freedom, I can provide my family and my kids with options and opportunities that I didn't have. Why is that important for you? Well, it's important for me because I would like them to be able to choose. I would like my kids to be able to really follow their purpose and follow their dreams as far as their professional careers and not have to worry about money. That's why I want to be financially free. Beautiful, amazing, right? So once I realize that, everything I do is attached to that purpose. Why am I in this meeting? Why am I working so hard? Why am I taking another course? Why am I listening to this conference call with these people that are irritating the heck out of me? Because it's getting me closer to my goal of what? Giving my family and my kids options and freedom and letting them live their purpose and the life of their dreams without having to worry about money. Amazing. So once you ask yourself that why 7 times, why do I want to meet a soulmate? Maybe at the end of that why, you realize that you really don't, that you're a loner and that's okay. And all of a sudden you just took that piano off of your back. So understanding that these studies that were done are so groundbreaking and so amazing for us because it saves us time on us trying to figure out what our biggest fear is, and in reality is that we're not fulfilling that purpose, and that because we're not fulfilling that purpose, we are not going to be accepted and we're not going to be loved. And once you think about that, how compassionate and how empathetic are you with yourself? Then you look back and you take away that self-judgment. And you take away that whip that you whip yourself with every day because you're not good enough and because you didn't try hard enough. Well, of course, it's like you're on a treadmill running and you're exhausted. And when you think about, I'm not reaching my goals, I'm not reaching my life's purpose, you just put the speed on higher and you're running every time faster and you're every time more exhausted. And then at the end of each day, you're telling yourself that, Of course, you didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. You could have done this more. You could have run faster. But where are you running to? And where are you running? Who are you running from? Like, what are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to get? So, of course, we're all exhausted and stressed out and fearful that we're missing the mark. But once we figure out what that purpose is, that why, things are going to start to look a lot brighter and a lot lighter, and things will start to flow a lot easier because your mind is not going to be cluttered with all of this fear that weighs us down so much. And you know what else is very contagious? So other people around you feel it and they sense it. So I hope that you got a lot out of our session today. Thank you very much. Because of you, I get to live my purpose. Thank you.